So another common scenario that we'll see and get questions about is transferring a registration from yourself to a friend or family. Now, the biggest no-no with regards to this topic is just trying to change your information or your profile from your registration information to your friends or family's registration.
To show you what Kevin's talking about, see we have RunSignup here, and he has a registration. It's under RunSignup. If I go here and try to give Ron's registration to his wife, Gwen, save those changes. The account is now under Gwen's name, but the registration is going to stay under Ron's name. So you don't want to do that. Leave this as Ron, or whatever your name is.
What you'll want to do is do a proper transfer in the RunSignup system. First, log into your RunSignup account that's associated with the registration. You'll then select your profile and head to your profile. Once you've found the registration that you want to transfer to someone else under your profile, you'll select Manage Registration. And then you'll select this option to transfer to someone else. Now, if you select My Registration and you don't see the Transfer to Someone Else, a menu tab item at the top, this would mean that the race hasn't enabled participants to transfer the registration to another runner. In that case, what you'll want to do as the runner is you will want to contact the race directly and inquire if you're able to transfer your registration to another runner. Now, another scenario that you may run into is you do see the Transfer to Someone Else option, you select it, and you get this message that says participant-to-participant transfer requests are closed. That means the race has set a specific deadline for race transfers to another runner to occur by. And at this point, once you get this message, you are trying to start a transfer after that deadline. And similar to if a race hasn't enabled it, the best option would be to contact the race directly to inquire if you're able to transfer your registration to another runner after the deadline. And the best option to contact a race directly would be from the race page. If you scroll down to the bottom, you can select Contact This Race, and you can fill out the questions form, and you'll be able to send an email to the race, and you'll be able to ask them those race-specific questions there. Then you'll enter in the recipient's information, so their first name, last name, and email address. And typically, you'll have two options as far as transfer types. The first option is a gift transfer, which essentially is you are gifting the recipient the transfer. So you've already paid for the registration, and when you transfer this registration to the recipient, because it's a gift, the recipient will not have to pay for the registration. Essentially, you are gifting them the registration. The second option is to transfer for a refund. When you transfer the registration, the recipient will still have to pay for their registration, and you, as the original registrant, will get a refund on that registration. I would say typically we do see transfer as a gift more often. Typically it's to a friend or a family. If it's a friend, they may just pay you offline. So once you select which transfer type that you want, you'll select this transfer registration button. And what will happen after that is the recipient will receive an email saying that so-and-so has transferred their registration to you. Please complete the registration. The transfer won't be completed until the recipient goes through and selects Claim the Race Transfer and registers themselves for the race. So even if you enter in all the information, the transfer won't end until the recipient goes through, claims the registration, and registers themselves.
Now, sometimes we'll get emails from people saying, hey, the person has not received the transfer email. What you could do in that situation is log back in and go to your profile, find the registration that you started the transfer on, and do Manage Registration again. And then just scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see the transfer information there. So make sure first that the person's email address is correct. If there's a typo in that, then you can edit that right here, make the changes, edit the transfer, and then go back down and resend. If you decide you don't want to give them your registration anymore, you can cancel from here too. And as long as the status is active, they have not claimed the transfer yet.
Yeah, a good tell to know that the recipient has claimed the transfer is when you log into your RunSignup account, you actually won't even see the registration as an upcoming event anymore.
Yeah, you'll still have it in your transactions, but it won't be listed in your events anymore.
Brian said to like and subscribe.